Okay, so I just bought this shotgun. It's a pretty high valued model and it's fully engraved Damascus steel. So I wanted a proper way of cleaning it. So I've done some research and I've tried out a couple ways. So now I'll just show you guys what my preferred method is of cleaning out the engravings. It's not so much for actually cleaning, it's more taking off the rust. So basically what I'll be using here will be, I have a whole selection here, but I have a brass brush like this, a nylon brush, and then the exact same thing except a smaller configuration brass brush. Basically, you only want to use brass. Don't use a steel brush, because you'll end up probably rolling over the engravings and eating away the steel that's already been engraved. And if you have any type of high quality firearm, you don't want to damage it in any way possible, and you also don't want to scratch the barrels that are Damascus steel. You want the pattern still to show through them. So basically here I'll start off, I'll try to explain what I'm doing, but basically all I'll be using is the brushes that I've shown and some rem oil. I've heard Hoppies also works well, Hoppies number 9. I don't have any of that, so I just use rem oil. It helps lift up everything, and it also coats and protects the metals, obviously. And to finish off, if it's really something that you want to do, you could always use some triple aught, like some 4-aught steel wool. This is super fine, super soft. All it's going to do is it's going to polish the metal itself, so it won't really do much in taking off the rust or taking off any crud. But let's get started and I'll kind of guide you guys through what I'm doing. Okay, so first off, I'll just spray a little bit of oil on there. Just spread it around a little bit there with my finger. Then you take the brass brush and you pretty much just want to get into all the little crevices. You don't really need to press that hard. So there you go, just give it a go. And I brought some white tissue just to show you guys that it's working here. I'll give it a wipe afterwards and show you the rust that's coming off. I won't do the whole gun on the video there because that would just take a long time. But yeah, I mean, you could see the metals changing color because I'm just lifting up all the grime that's been stuck in there for like 200 something years. So that was well, like not even 30 seconds. Now I'll just take my good old tissue, rub it down, and then you can see that all rust and dirt and whatever was in here. I actually try to get a bit more around the hammers here. I'll twist this around a little bit. There we go. Try to angle the brush properly and get into the crevices if possible. Now I could visually see the grime getting out of there, so that's pretty nice. Then I'll just do a quick little part on the barrel to show you guys that it works also. Then again, these are dollar store brushes, so I'm sure there's better quality ones, like nice wood handles and stuff. But I think this was a pack of 2 steel brushes, 2 nylon ones, and 2 brass ones for like $3 or $4, so can't really complain even if the bristles are like not the greatest or anything. Okay, so I've been scrubbing there the lock and the receiver for quite some time now. So I'll just do a quick demo on the barrels themselves. Since this is a round surface, there's not that many edges on there. going like that, just in the standard horizontal motion. I mean, I don't find it works super good for me. So I really just try to really get in the crevices, especially if you have a Damascus barrel like this. You could feel the pattern with your fingers. It kind of feels like little fingerprints. If fingerprints would be like cast it or something there. But anyways, you could feel the pattern on the barrel itself. So I mean, just going up and down doesn't really do anything. So you really just want to get in to the crevices. I mean, as much as possible here. I have a rust spot over there, and I'm scrubbing at it as best as I can. And I'm sure if I'd put like a big brass wheel on like a very slow turning drill press, you could advance the process there a little bit quicker. But of course, by hand is a bit more precise, except it takes a whole lot of time, and no one's as strong as a big drill press that's turning pretty slow. So, yeah. Then again, you just don't want to damage the finish or rub anything off that's not rust or ground. Alright, so I've been at this now probably for 20 or so minutes, and you could even see just by that little time that Even the lock itself is a lot less tarnished. The barrels here, you can see that there's some light spots where there was some rust before. This will make the gun a bit shinier again, obviously depending on the amount of polish and stuff you're doing. But just removing the crud really helps. And keep in mind, these things are 200 years old or so, 150, 100, depending what you have. So they won't look like they came out of the factory last Tuesday, you know. So, for example, these rifles were made for field use. Some were made for skeet shooting. So, if you want something that looks pristine, well, you just kind of need to look for it and know what you're buying. If people have been using this thing in the field or so for 100 years, well, even if it's good quality, it will rust and possibly have little pits and stuff, but I don't mind. I personally think it gives it character. So yeah, that was just my 2 cents on cleaning a rifle or a shotgun. So thanks for watching.